Recording in progress.
Good morning, honorable members. Good morning, honorable members.
Good morning, Chairperson. Good morning, colleagues. Morning, all.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good
Hope you
morning.
had a wonderful weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honorable members, honorable members, the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture, I'm trying to look who is in here. Seats and our legal advice from Parliament, our staff, and everyone who is in the platform. Honorable members, let me take this opportunity to thank you again that today on a Monday, you were supposed to be in your constituents because of your dedication since we started these processes. You were even take off from your constituency on weekends. And every leader who joined us during Aquads days, I'm thanking you all. On behalf of this committee, I would like also to take this opportunity, honorable members, to congratulate our netball team. You have seen, it's called the Baby Proteas, for sterling performance in the Netball World Youth Cup 2025, which is an African regional qualifiers in Malawi. Oh, our Baby Proteas secured their spot for 2025 Netball World Cup in Gibraltar, with an unbeaten record in the African regional tournament in Malawi. Some of us were having little time to watch, but sometimes when we are looking at lately, you will watch and see them doing wonderful. Once again, honorable members, I must congratulate on reaching this milestone, and I want you to know that the sporting fraternity and the country at large is full behind you every step of the way whilst you are preparing for the 2025 Netball World Cup. We are exceptionally proud of you, Amabokodo. I also like honorable members to extend our heartfelt congratulations to Banyana, who played against Tanzania on the 27th of February to secure their spot at the Olympics. It was later in the year. As African giants prepare well and go out there and demonstrate to the world the exceptional skills and talent that this country has. We are proud of you. Well done. I'm doing this. We've been not even having time and chance to do these remarks because we were doing just get to the point. I'm doing this hoping that if it not, we won't have chance again to talk about it. But surely, honorable members, we have seen that in our program, which has circulated during the weekend, our Pens Lab is not yet scheduled. We'll wait until we are here because I know all the political parties, they do sit in the programming. We will be waiting for that. If possible, it's going to be the last of our meeting then. But so far, I'm welcoming you all, and I'm seeing that everyone is here. I'm greeting you all. Let me check whether we do have apologies.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and good morning to you and to members of the committee as well as colleagues on the platform. We did not receive any apologies, Madam Chair, but Mrs. Van Dijk did indicate that she is on the road and therefore might lose signal from time to time. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know who's speaking. Honorable members, can I check with you that now the agenda is in front of you? Anyone who want to move it to be adopted? Honorable Van Dijk.
Chair, I move for the adoption of the minute of the program.
Of agenda, yes, thank you. Honorable Mthethwa.
Good morning, Chair. I second the motion to adopt the agenda as it is.
Thank you, honorable members. The agenda has been adopted. Let's go, honorable members, to the next point on the agenda. Zoleka or Fion, let's consider the adoption of South African Institute for Drug-Free Sport Amendment Bill, the B41B 2023. To you.
Ms. Arnold will do it, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Ms. Arnold. Take us to your work.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and good morning to the honourable members and to all colleagues on the platform. Before us, we have the amended bill of the South African Institute for Drug-Free Sport, as amended, as agreed to and amended by the Portfolio Committee on Sports, Arts and Culture. Thank you, Zuleika. You can page down to... Thank you. So we have the long title of the bill, and as members can see, it is now amended to reflect everything which is contained in the bill. For example, to provide for results management, to provide for investigations by the department in a manner that is fair, transparent, just and equitable, and to provide that punitive measures may only be imposed by the department after a finding of non-compliance. That is the long title of the bill as amended. Clause 1 contains the definitions and interpretation, and the first definition which we have now inserted as the Portfolio Committee is that of anti-doping organization, which means an anti-doping organization as defined in Appendix 1. You may scroll down, Zuleika. Thank you. We have also inserted section 1, subsection 2, which provides that when interpreting a provision of this Act, any reasonable interpretation which is consistent with the code must be preferred over any alternative interpretation which is inconsistent with the code. That is clause 1 of the bill, which provides for definitions and interpretations. Moving on to section 2, we have amended clause 2, which is section 2 of the Principal Act, just to clarify that the Institute is a public entity in terms of the Public Finance Management Act, and that the Institute is the national anti-doping organization in the Republic of South Africa. Thank you. Moving down to clause 3. Clause 3 seeks to amend section 10 of the Principal Act. And as members would recall, we have clarified paragraph D to now indicate clearly that advance notice is not required when testing athletes over whom the institute has authority. Moving on to page 3, we have also amended section 10.2, and the amendment there is simply to substitute the expression SASCOC with that of Sports Confederation, as well as SRSA with that of department. Moving on to clause 4. Clause 4 seeks to amend section 11 of the Principal Act. We have proposed amendments, and the amendments are the deletion of section 2, Section 11, subsection 2, paragraphs B and C. We have made amendments to paragraph F, paragraph M, paragraph N, and we have also inserted a new subsection 2A, which clarifies the request for the therapeutic use exemption. Thank you. Moving down to clause 5. Clause 5 seeks to repeal sections 11A to 11C of the Principal Act. And moving down to clause 6. Clause 6 is where bulk of the amendments are contained. And we have formulated a new section 17. And the section 17 seeks to be compliant with the WADA code as well as the SAID's anti-doping rules. We now provide for results management. And under results management, we have the establishment of an independent doping hearing panel as well as the appeal board. Thank you. Moving down to clause 7. Clause 7, we have amended section 17A of the Principal Act. And in the main, we have substituted the expression SRSA with that of department, as well as SASCOC with that of the Sports Confederation. We have also clarified that any investigation that is to be conducted needs to be conducted in a fair, transparent, just, and equitable manner. And we have further clarified that a finding of non-compliance first needs to be made in terms of subsection 1 before action may be taken as contemplated in section 17A of the Principal Act. Clause 8 seeks to amend the long title of the Principal Act. And members, Madam Chair, you will see we have now just clarified that the Principal Act provides for the establishment of the South African Institute for Drug-Free Sport. It provides for the composition of the institute. It provides for meetings and staff. It provides for remuneration and allowance of members of the institute. It provides for its expenditure, finances, and accountability, as well as for the objects, powers, and duties of the institute. And as we have seen, we now provide for results management. Clause 9 and 10 are consequential amendments to the Principal Act, and Clause 11 is the short title and commencement. This act is called the South African Institute for Drug-Free Sport Amendment Act 2023 and comes into operation on a date fixed by the President by proclamation in the Gazette. Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, honourable members.
Thank you, Arnold. Honorable members, this is your work since inception. Can I present now to you this amendment bill that we must consider it and adopt it? And I must also thank honorable members, because this weekend, these offices, they did call wanting that we must not start at 9, because they wanted to be sure that all what we wanted to be inserted with them, it's accordingly. So that's why we started at 10. So surely now this is our work. I'm presenting this to you, honorable members. I'm seeing Honorable Mthethwa and Honorable Dennis with that order.
Thank you, Chair. I move for the adoption of the bill as amended. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Mthethwa. Honorable Dennis.
Thank you, Chairperson. Maybe just the last question of clarity. With the long title, the first slide that came up, the word department, I know the department comes first, then the entity, but I just wanted to make sure with the long title that was shown up on the screen that the word department is the final word. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you, Ms. Arnold.
It says department is used twice there. The department must be conducted and department of the finding of non-compliance. I just wanted to make 100% sure that you.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you, Honorable Member. The portion of the long title, which I think the Honorable Member is speaking to, is to provide for that investigations by the department must be conducted in a manner that is fair, transparent, just, and equitable. That is referring to the amendments that we made to Section 17A of the
Yes.
Principal Act. And where it goes on to provide that punitive measures may only be imposed by the department after a finding of non-compliance. That is also speaking to Section 17A of the Principal Act and the amendments that we made there too. And that is reflected in Clause 7 of the amendment bill. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chairperson. Thank you. Satisfied?
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you seconding the adoption? I wanted
Chairperson?
yes.
Yes,
Yes,
Chairperson, yes,
Honorable.
the item, the SETS amendment bill, point 1, yes, Chairperson. I second that. Move to second, I think.
Can you repeat yourself, Honorable Joseph?
No, I said we are dealing with the first item of the agenda on the consideration of the SETS amendment bill. And I second the proposal made by Honorable Mthethwa. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Mthethwa. You propose the adoption of this consideration of this report and adoption of this amendment bill.
Chairperson, sorry, then I'm sorry. I'm referring to
Yes.
only point 1. Thank you. I'm not clear if he said both, but I'm referring to 1. We are dealing now with point 1 on the agenda. If I'm speaking under correction, but we are dealing with point 1. So I was only referring to point 1. Thank you, Chairperson.
Honorable members, I've said this is what we were given, and Honorable Mthethwa, you propose that it is a true reflection, and I've said then I'm putting it now to that in point 2. Let's consider and adopt our report on this bill called SETS Amendment Bill. So you responded correctly, Honorable Mthethwa. Let me check another member who wants to support what Honorable Mthethwa proposed. Honorable Sliya.
And thanks, Chairperson. Greetings to everyone. I'm seconding the adoption of the amendment bill as it is. Thanks.
Thank you, Honorable Sliya. I'm seeing the hand of Honorable Veronica.
Yeah, I just want to reserve the DI's.
I can't hear you. Come again.
I just want to reserve the DI's stance.
Okay. Honorable
We still need
members.
to take our focus.
Okay. Honorable members, the Honorable Mthethwa proposed the adoption and accepting the amendment bill called SETS, the one that we've been dealing with in point 1 the presentation is through reflection. And in point 2, now we're in the point of considering it and adopting it. Honorable Mthethwa proposed and seconded by Honorable Sibiya, and Honorable Van Dijk is saying they are still going to consult the caucus. They are reserving their rights. So in that way, honorable members, the bill has been adopted and we are ready to present it tomorrow to the plenary of the National Assembly. Again, can I take this opportunity saying that we've been in this parliament with you, honorable members, will never ever had a work like this, and we were presenting our country because we were jealous of our South African flag, but also we're jealous that this scourge of drugs we must have laws that are compliant to whatever that it's within the country and outside the country. I'm saying today, honorable members, I'm taking this time to say, let alone the 3 stakeholders, that they were not sleeping like your good selves. With me, this is our leaders. Honorable members will be remain behind. If by chance you can be redeployed in this committee, do this to the incoming chairperson. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the staff of this department and of the committee. Without you, we're not going to be in this. We are proud about our leadership of both political parties, that they've been agreeing that we must not go for constituencies, not go for the work of our different political parties, but agreeing through the House Chairperson who's doing programming, that we must sit outside the parameters that were given and respecting the plea as the committee. I'll never forget this. And on those words, honorable members, hoping that we are going to go and campaign for the incoming, next parliament. We must behave. We must be like leaders. We must refrain from any temptation of violence, tolerance, as I've seen in this committee. If we can go out there to our membership, do as what we've been doing in this committee. In this committee, we're just a committee of South Africa. We've forgotten about our political affiliation. We were just our good selves. I'm trying to check what I'm corrected that you were adopting the amendment bill, not the report. I'm suspecting if we can write correctly that this adoption, it was an adoption of our bill now, not the report. Report, it was point 1, and point 2, it's our amendment bill. So with those words, honorable members, I can give the chance to the Parliament says, and lastly, the final words to our department. I thank you. Ms. Arnold. Is Ms. Arnold still with us?
Yes, I am, Madam Chair. Thank you. I've got nothing further from my side, but just to thank the honourable members as well as Chair, the department and SAIDS for facilitating the processing of this bill. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Arnold. Zoleka, can you just talk in the platform?
Madam Chair, I
Yes.
just wanted to indicate that we have now to adopt the report on the bill. And Fiona is going to take us through that, Madam Chair.
Report or the bill. Now you're starting to confuse me because I was rounding up, and by correcting that, whilst they are not presented point one, and then there were clarifications seek by Honorable Denise, and then I came to the point to saying that do we consider and adopt the report, but now you're coming very late, but I cannot want that. We must not do that, because even the members, the understanding now were just because of the point one. Yes. Firstly,
Madam Chair,
yes.
Madam Chair, if you look at the agenda, item 2 on the agenda is consideration of the bill, and item 3 is consideration of the report on the bill. There are 2 items, Madam Chair. We first adopt the bill itself, and then secondly, we adopt the report on the bill.
Report of the bill. Oh,
Yes, yes, Madam Chair.
Honorable members, this is very important. That's why every now and then we do thank our staff members, because the processes, they know better than our good self. But now we adopted the amendment bill, and now they are saying, as we've seen the report, go on, put it on the platform, on the slide. I'm sorry. Yes.
Good morning, Chairperson. It's Fiona speaking.
Yes, Fiona.
Good morning, Chairperson, and good morning to all the members on the platform, as well as our colleagues from the department and from Parliament. Chairperson, this is just the report on the process of the committee's work to adopt the amendment bill. Some of the information has been seen before in other reports, such as the public participation reports. I'll just scroll through this fairly quickly and then stop if members have any questions. So the report is of the Portfolio Committee on the South African Institute for Drug-Free Sport Amendment Bill B41/2023, dated today. That's the introduction to the process, which has, the members have seen that before. The objectives of the amendment bill as the bill was tabled in Parliament. And then a summary of all the meetings the committee held to process the bill, starting from December 2023 and up to today's meeting of the 25th of March 2024. And then it moves on to introducing the clauses of the bill that were amended by the committee. And this is as per Ms. Arnold's report to the committee that we looked at about a week or so ago. This is just to set which clauses were amended by the committee and agreed to by the committee. 7, 8, and the introduction of the new clauses and the long title. And then Chairperson, this public participation process and public hearings, this has been presented to the committee before, so I'll just scroll through it just so that the members can see it once again. An overview of all the newspapers that the call for public comment was published in, as well as the languages in which the call was published in. The total cost of the advertisements. And then just to note that the committee also went to the extent of directly inviting stakeholders to comment on the amendment bill. And then this is again what was included in the public participation report. So just an overview of all the submissions that the committee has received from all the stakeholders listed. And then the non-substantive submissions by stakeholders who have expressed their support for the bill. And then just to note that the public participation report was considered and noted on the 13th of March. And then just a very short conclusion, Chairperson, to say that the committee is satisfied with the process that it undertook to process this bill. And then thanks to all the staff and the committee for dealing with this quite intensive process. And then just to note, Chairperson, maybe the members from the Democratic Alliance can just clarify this for me, that the Democratic Alliance has reserved their rights on the adoption of the amendment bill, and then the report is to be considered. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much of correcting the chairperson, and we do understand the process. Honorable Dennis.
Thank you, Chairperson. I just want to acknowledge that last sentence as stated by Ms. Clayton, that Democratic Alliance reserve its rights on the report.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you so much. Again,
Chairperson, sorry to interrupt you. Sorry, Chairperson. So Honorable Joseph just mentioned that he's reserving his rights on the report. And I just need to clarify that they have reserved their rights on the adoption of the bill as well. Because this is the report that I've just scrolled through, and then we need to know if they are in agreement with the statement that they reserve their rights on the adoption of the bill, of the amendment bill.
Chairperson, may I speak?
Yes, yes.
Member Veronica earlier made a statement already on when we were dealing with point 1. That's why I initially said right up front, I made it clear that we're dealing with point 1, and now we're dealing with point 2. So I'm making my statement in terms of point 2. On the agenda, on the adoption of the report. Member Veronica already raised that point on point 1 when she earlier spoke.
And now you're talking about point 2 yourself.
Point 2, yeah. Thank you, Chairperson.
Okay, thank you. Honorable Mthethwa.
Thank you, Chair. I propose the adoption of the report on what transpired during the process leading to the amendment, the finalization of the amendment of the bill. It is truly reflective of what we had. So I propose the adoption of the report, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Mthethwa. Honorable Adams. Honorable Adams. Honorable Malomane.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Greetings to everyone. I'm seconding Honorable Mthethwa on the adoption of the report. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. Thank you, staff of this committee, by the guidance to all of us, noting the chairperson only in the committee. Now, can I give it to Wafika to say something?
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson and Honorable members. Thank you to all for allowing SAIDS once again to be part of this process. It has truly been an honor, And thank you to Ms. Arnold and legal team members and all for all your hard work and dedication and understanding the importance of having this bill passed. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you. You want to say something, Khalid? Is
Good morning, Chair. No, thanks. Wafika captured it very well. Thank you.
okay. DDG, you were having a legal advice, but it was presenting yourself according to the protocols. I'm seeing that you're still with us since inception. Can we give you DDG Sumaya Khan?
Good morning, Chairperson, and good morning, honorable members and colleagues on the platform. Thank you very much, Chairperson, for giving us this opportunity, to be so involved in this process with the Portfolio Committee. We truly appreciate all of the work that has gone into, getting us this far. And I think, without us working together, I don't think we would have achieved this. So we really, really also appreciate, the inputs and the commitment from the members of the Portfolio Committee. Thank you once again, Chairperson. I also want to thank, Chairperson, in particular, your legal team and the Secretariat who have worked tirelessly to make sure this happens. So thank you very much. We've never had to bring a bill at such short notice to Parliament before. And I think working closely with the legal team has also taught us a lot around how we bring bills and how we bring legislation to Parliament in the future. And then to our public entity SAIDS, thank you also for playing your part. The public entity chairperson is an extension of the department. So it's not like, we only play oversight over them, but they have a key responsibility to deliver on Parliament's and on government's responsibilities as a public entity recognized, by Parliament and recognized by in view of, the various pieces of government legislation. So we thank you, SAIDS, also for your input. Chairperson, and I'm not sure if our legal director, legal services, want to say something very quickly. Mr. Mantata, if we can also, with your permission, Chairperson, give him a chance to speak on the very specialized area of the legal aspects. Thank you, Chairperson.
It's in order. It's in order. Yes, Ms. Mantata. Yes.
Good morning, Chair.
Good morning,
honorable members. Good morning, colleagues on the platform. As Chair constantly said, this committee will go down in history as having been able to process a bill within 4 months. And us as a department are quite relieved that we have arrived. All that is left for the National Assembly to do the second reading, and then we know we are ready to go. Hopefully, with the adoption of the bill by the plenary of the National Assembly, the matters that is pending before CAS will just be mute. I'm sure we will be removed from the other list to the watch list, to the monitoring list, and as soon as we can proclaim, then the matter will be mute. Will permanently cease. Thank you very much. We will remember that under your leadership, Chair, we've had to do something that looked almost impossible when we started, but here we are. Thank you very much. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you, honorable members. I cannot not to say again, this is our work collectively. So, honorable members, I will never forget these members, their commitment as I've been saying. But without these three entities, we're not going to be where we are today. Hoping that all is well, and our staff of both entities, our staff in Parliament with our legal advice, staff in the department with the legal advice, staff in SAIDS, here we are, proudly South Africans. I don't know whether is any other member want to say something before I will adjourn this meeting. If not, I will just say that let's meet tomorrow in the debate. Honorable members, I'm taking this opportunity again that when I'm talking about staff, I'm talking even about all TV Parliament, the other people here who has been with us monitoring. You are not just monitoring, you wanted also to go out there to tell people what Parliament is doing. I'm seeing the hand of Honorable Dennis.
Thank you, Chair, but I don't want to speak after you, Chair. You must have the last word, you're the chairperson. But it's just in closing, Chair. Thank you for the opportunity, and let me thank you, Chairperson. Thank you to your staff, your support staff, and to all the members in this committee and all the stakeholders that's been part of this amendment bill, and all the other work that this committee has been doing over a number of years that I was privileged to be part of. The department, the entity, all the entities, but in particular the entity this time SAIDS and Mr. Khalid. From my side, thank you very much for the opportunity to work with such a wonderful team, Chairperson, myself and Member Veronica. I would like to thank you for your leadership, and I want to wish everybody well in the future. Myself is not coming back. Member Veronica is also not coming back. And I hope some of the members in this committee will come back. I know of one name, Mr. Mtetwa, but hopefully the other members will be able to come back and serve the country, not just the party, but serve the country. And wish you well, Chairperson, in your retirement, and everyone, I want to wish you well. But thank you very much for this great opportunity. God bless. God bless you. Thank you.
God bless all. Honorable members, on that note, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you so much, honorable members, and our entities, our staff. Thank you so much.
Siyabonga.
Thank you, Chairperson. Thank you all. Thank you, colleagues. We'll debate tomorrow. It will be a wonderful debate.
Thank you, Chair. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you
Bye.
for the questions, Dennis.
Bye all.